Okay.
It looks slow.
All right. Find the imposter. Quest line is play 2 SI7 honor guards. Spy. Okay. Headache spy gizmo. So there's all these different spy gizmos, guys. And so spy gizmo 1, or return each enemy to your owner hand, or return an enemy that can't play. So sap, but better. Spy-O-Matic, look at top 3 cards, put one on top, so make it giving them a bad top deck. Give a minion +2 attack and stealth. Pretty good. Death Rattle, throw this at a random enemy minion, and after this minion attacks, add a random card from your hand. So, the rewards are good. I'm still not sure, just because, like, how to make this. I'm not. What do you think? You're the rogue player.
It looks good to me. I would give it a solid 3. I don't know how many of the SI cards we have to play. That's the big question in my mind.
Yeah.
But I would start off just heavy on the SI cards and trim it back as we go. But it's very quick to complete. There's an SI card for 2 that seems okay. You play that, you step it, play it again for free, and that's part 1 complete. That's pretty easy.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's
I would give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because I don't know. But yeah.
Sure.
I could see it being
It's
a 4, I
not
could
the
see it
most
being 1.
challenging deck building, I think,
Yeah.
because you probably just. It's kind of like a Galakron thing where you don't really want to play the Invokes, but you play the Invokes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, read SI cards like they have Invoke, and then you'll figure that out.
SI7 Extortion, deal 3 damage to an undamaged character. Do I ever play this in a deck that isn't a SI7 quest deck? Is it?
You could. The comparable card is Brain Freeze, which you would play now because it's a combo card and that cycles, and this doesn't.
Yeah, that's true too.
But it's a fine card. This doesn't need the combo to deal 3. Brain Freeze
Right,
does.
I'll give it a 2. I could see it.
Yeah, I'm on a 3 for this, but it seems solid.
Okay. Garrett, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Shuffle 3 bleeds in your deck that deal 2 more damage. So this is 8 damage, right?
Yes. If you draw all the bleeds, it is 8.
So I can just run. We don't even need the Alexstrasza. We can just run Miracle. We can't get a Luciad. We play this. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah. That is one of the applications I've thought about. Yeah, you can drop Alex Tenwu, and then maybe you can also play Sinister Strikes, and possibly you have enough damage at that point to do spell damage Aug Merchants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you could put... Oh.
So the spell damage doesn't affect the bleed when it casts when drawn, but if you passage into a bleed and you play it from your hand, it would.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. All right, I'm giving this a 4. I didn't even see this. This card's cool. All right.
Yeah, I can go 4 on this. Plus, it's also good in stealth, and it's good in weapon, like Poison Rogue.
Yeah. I mean, just...
It's kind of good.
Yeah. All right.
It could also totally suck, but we'll see.
Well, it's more how can... But, yeah, so... How convenient. All right. Your start of the game is a different class until you play a rogue card. It's I don't know. I want to give it a 1, but it's a spicy card to play.
Yeah, I too want to give it a 1 because it's like a 2/3 you have to play at some point. I don't know how much this messes up opponents' mulligans. I really don't.
Yeah, you know what's going to be interesting about it is if it's popular enough, it actually might make the other classes better. Because
yeah, I was thinking about that. It's weird.
Yeah, because it's a thing of like
people start mulliganing for rogue.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this could be a rogue, you know, like nobody.
Yeah.
But nobody plays Shaman, so you could play Shaman and mess up people's mulligans because they're like, oh, it has to be the rogue, you know. So
yeah. What's also kind of interesting about this is you can use other hero powers. You are a different class.
Yeah, so it's
I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, so it is interesting.
It's just gonna be hard to assess how good this card is because its drawn win rate will always be terrible, but its power is going to be reflected in how well decks using it perform compared to decks that don't use it.
Yeah, it's also a thing of like often, well, maybe you don't have a good start. You can't go rogue hero power on 2, and rogue has one of the best turn
Yeah.
2 hero powers in the game. So
And the other issue, of course, is that sometimes the opponent just mulligans for their own good stuff. This card is a good lesson in that.
yeah,
Like, if I'm Miracle Rogue, I'm still just mulliganing for Octobot and Contact most of the time, depending on what my opponent is. Sometimes I'll
yeah,
change it up, but typically I just keep the good cards.
yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 1, but it's fun. So
Same.
all right. Loan Shark, Battle Cry. Give your opponent a coin. Death Rattle. You get 2. This card I have trouble evaluating, but I could see it being insane. What do you think?
Why do I want coins so much? Like, there's this, there's Tomb Pillager, and there's Mailbox Dancer. I can make so many coins, and I have no clue what I'm supposed to do with them.
Uh, get some Bitcoin. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Invest. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 2 with deck building potential. So
I'm kind of on a 1 here because I never play this card. Like, I don't want to put it into play and give my opponent a coin to maybe get some later. And then I don't even know what to do with the coins if I get them.
that's
So,
it's for the genius deck builders to figure out.
yeah, it's like you're supposed to play that 3-mana spell that draws a Death Rattle and triggers it. So, like, you play 3, you get this in your hand and 2 coins. Then you play the weapon, and that breaks, you get 2 more coins. And then you do something. I don't know what.
SI7 operative. After this attacks, a minion gains stealth. It's a weird one. Like it's yeah.
Well, just my perspective is I read this card like it says invoke.
Yeah. Like, what do you ever
This
run
invokes
this
your quest.
without the quest? That's what I'm looking at, and I see no. So I'll give it.
No.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it just a 2 because it's gonna see play because of the quest maybe. So
Yep, that's pretty much my thought. Has some mild stealth synergy, but I don't think that's that important.
all right. Sketchy information. Draw a death rattle card that costs 4 or less. Trigger its death rattle. Um.
We have no real good death rattles.
No, we run the loan shark. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, then you have 4 bad cards in your
So
deck.
this basically costs 1 mana. I don't
Flip it on
know.
turn 1, get 2 coins.
We get 6 coins and then we run auctioneer. Is auctioneer still a card?
Uh-huh. It is.
And then we cycle through our whole deck and we get those 2 mana guys.
2 mana guys.
I'm gonna give it a 2 just to be fun because I don't know. But
Sure, I'm on a 1.
all right. Counterfeit blade. Gain a random friendly death rattle that triggered this game. Ooh, dude, death rattle hunt rogue is coming to get together.
Well,
This
the
is
good thing about this weapon is
Yeah.
that it activates cutting class in a hurry.
Yeah, just
So-
efficient weapon overall, but
Yeah.
with upside. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, 3 is where I'm at. Lillian and Sneaky Delinquent are the 2 death rattles I want to run with this. Just like a weapon, stealth rogue, punch people in the face a bit. Cutting class, maybe Krasnov, we'll see.
All right, SI7 informant gain +1/+1 for each SI7 card you play this game.
Uh-huh. I again view it as Invoke Galacrond. It's not a good card.
All right, I'm giving 2 to
I
all
have also
SI7
put-
cards.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
put Devoted Maniac in a deck before. So.
all right. Cost 1 less for each SI7 card you play this game. Combo destroy minion. In the synergy,
That
it's
was
kind
fun.
yeah. I'll give it a 3.
Yep. This one's actually like good. This is the big payoff on top of the quest.
Okay.
And Vile Spine's fine. Can cost 4 or less sometimes.
Okay. Command the elements. Play 3 cards. You unlock your mana crystals. This was a card that I was trying to make work. But like I don't know. It's hard to actually like make these kind of decks work. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yes, I think it's easy enough to build this deck. Like, you just Doomhammer, double Rock Biter, double Storm Strike, 28 somebody. That'll do. It's easy to build it. It's easy to see how it kills people. I don't know if the quest is a required part of it, is the big question.
Yeah, the thing is like You have to do all these overload cards, so it's so slow.
The deck
Yeah,
does do defense pretty decently because you got the what is it, Avalanche? You
yeah.
got the new Lifesteal Rush Elemental. You got Lightning Storm if you really want it. Actual Flame. You can stall for time. I just don't know if that's any better
It's an
than
interesting
just
thing of
punching.
if you ever just run this in a control deck, and then you with like I'm gonna give it a 2 with a deck building potential because there's all sorts of ways you could build these decks,
Yeah, 2 seems about appropriate. I think it's probably fine. Might just be straight outclassed because it's
Right.
slower.
All right, investment opportunity, draw an overload card. I'm gonna give it a 1. This is just seems like I just want to have an overload card.
I
So
would rather just play a card than that isn't this. It tutors,
yeah,
but I'm not that interested in tutoring Overload.
yeah, it just I don't know. It doesn't even okay. Overdraft. Unlock your overload must deal that much damage.
So
I think it's pretty.
this does unlock, I believe, for this turn and the previous turn. So like if you already overloaded 2, then you overload 2 more. This would probably deal 4.
Yeah. Um, I'm not sure. These things are hard to actually like. Cause I tried to make this deck, and it's like
Yeah,
hard to make work.
I'm
You
not
know.
high on Overdraft, mostly because it's not a nature spell, and I really want to play Primal Dungeoneer
Yeah.
still.
I'll give it a 2.
So
So.
yeah, I'll go for 1. But yeah,
All right. Auction gavel. After your hero attacks, reduce the battle cost of your battle cry in your hand by 1. Um, like if you got a battle cry deck, this is effectively costs 0 mana. Um,
yeah.
so it could be good. Like it's just hard finding the right synergy. So
Yeah, I think it's an okay weapon, but I also think it's really awkward on curve with Cage Match Custodian.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm not sure. It could be better than Whack-A-Null. I don't know if it's better than Doomhammer. Who knows? But
I'm gonna give it
I'm gonna
2
give it
with
a 2.
deck building potential specifically.
Yeah,
You figure out some
we'll
combo that
see.
you discount things, and I don't know. So, all right. Well, after you play a battle cry minion, repeat the first battle cry played this turn. This
So
card's
you know
so
the OTK
cool.
with this, right?
Wait, what is it?
You play this, you Lightning Bloom, you Yashiraj, and that gives you back Corrupted Dunk Tank and Field Medic. And then you Dunk Tank and you play Medic, which gives you Yashiraj, which gives you 2 Dunk Tanks and a Field Medic. You Dunk Tank him twice, you play the Medic, which gives you 2 Medics, 3 Dunk Tanks, etc.
Oh yeah, okay.
4
You
Dunk
don't even
Tanks,
do you
yeah.
even need you don't even need the dunk
Circus
tank.
Medic?
You just need the medic, right? Because you just keep getting the medic
Well, you
back
can
and
run out
forth.
of board space.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
see. Yeah, okay. Board space is the issue with it.
Yeah. And you can also just like sometimes play this on 2 with sticks, and then play Primal Dungeoneer on 3 and draw 4 cards. It's kind of like a cheap brand. So
Yeah,
seems like a 4 to me.
yeah. All right, I'll give it a 4. It looks cool.
It's really flexible and cheap, powerful.
Right. Charge call. Discover a 1-cost minion and summon it. Upgraded for overload. You play this game. Um, I thought this card was really good. It was more like making the whole overload deck work. It doesn't fit into a deck naturally, but
No.
discovering like you've done this, you could just discover you could do this on 4. There's really there's so many overstated cards. there's like the 6. You can really get the 5/10. You can get that 6/4 rush card now with the overload lifesteal.
Yeah.
At 5, there's overstated. Like if you learn all the stuff, I think this card is actually good. It's just more figuring it out. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. I'm kind of on a 1 for it just because you really got to build into this, and it is taking
Yeah.
time to get up to that payoff.
So if you can find if there's a deck that naturally just this slots into a deck really well, but it's more is it good enough for the build around is probably no. So
Yeah.
all right, Canal Slugger, Rush, Lifesteal, Overload 1.
And it's an elemental, so you can find
Yeah,
it with Dungeoneer.
I think this is a 4. It's like
Yep.
just really good. You
Yep.
know,
Works with pretty much anything. Seems simple.
okay. Reduce the cost of your elementals
Like,
in your deck. All right, Granite, Forge Bone. Sorry, reduce the cost of elementals in your deck and hand by 1. This is, you put this in your elemental deck, right?
I don't. I don't think. I think this is actually a 1.
Might be.
I think it has a bad case of Frizz Kindle.
Yeah, you're right, Frizz. Oh, Frizz was so
Discounts in
bad.
the deck. Yeah,
Like,
discounts in the deck are not super relevant past turn 4 like this, so it has to discount your hand that much. And
alright.
I don't know.
I'm
You're
gonna.
not playing that many cheap elementals.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2 because Frizz saw play. This might see like I still think you might put this into your elemental deck, but I don't think it's quite. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds fine.
Spirit Alpha. After you play a card with Overload, summon a 2/3 Spirit Wolf with Taunt. This card's hard to use. It's really hard to use. I think it's just a 1.
It's not a Thunderhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 1 too. Like Thunderhead as a 3/5, I think was better, and that card needed a buff to really see play.
So, Tiny Toys. Summon 4 random 5-cost minions, make them 2/2. This is like Evolve Shaman synergy. And there's some like powerful 5-drops right now. I could see this being good. I'm having a hard time being objective about the power level of this card without like doing the analysis and like simulating some random things, you know? But
Yep. I just hate Evolve Shaman. I hope it's not good. So I'm gonna say 2.
I like the 2.
Get the power levels there.
Yeah.
All right.
Could just be like a powerful, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you play it and it's just fine, but you only play it in Evolve Shaman.
All right. Next we got Warlock, my buddy. We got the Demon Seed. Quest line, take 6 damage a turn, deal 3. Then you do it again for 7, deal 3, heal 3, lifesteal, and then you get this Blightborn Tasman. For the rest of the game, damage you take on your turn, damage your opponent instead. Give it a hard 4.
Okay. I'm happy with a 4. I'm not sure if it's going to be that good, but it looks like you have a lot of good stuff in that deck to make the quest deck work. Because once you have this card, your entire list of your deck can be figuring out how you stop your opponent in healing. You have a win condition in 1 card.
Yeah, and it's insane. Next we got Touch of the Nerzine. Deal 2 damage to minion. If it dies, restore 4 health to your hero. I've given this a 4.
Yep, I'm on a 4 too. Warlock loves healing.
Yeah.
And that's a good one.
Bloodbounded, when this attacks, deal 2 damage to your hero. 2 mana, 2/5. Overstated this. I'll give it a 2. These cards have seen play before.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, I'm not sure if it's a 2 or a 3, but Flesh Giant loves it and Dark Glare loves it.
Yeah.
And Minari Masher loves it.
I know
you play this thing on 2 and like you Masher it, and then it attacks, and it hits you for 2 and heals you for 2. That discounts Flesh Giant twice. Then it hits something and heals. That could be a 3rd time technically.
Yeah. I know the 3 mana 4/5 like stop seeing play with this, but I think this is actually better.
This is way better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3. I think.
Okay. Dreadmount. Give a minion that dies, summon an endless Dreadsteed. I am not sure how I feel about this card.
That looks bad. The good part of it is you always have some demon synergy to buff. The bad part is you have to spend a lot of mana to get there, and it's slow.
Yeah, but it never dies. So
it never dies.
I'm
still on a 1.
I'll give it a 1. Okay. Alright, Rune Mytho Rod. After you draw 4 cards, reduce the card cost in your hand by 1, lose 1 durability.
I'm gonna go bold on this and also say 1.
I'm gonna give it a 4. This
All right.
is the first big disagreement. I think this card's super good. So
I think Warlock just has other stuff it would rather play. Because there's the Handlock deck, which looks good. But I don't think Handlock needs the discounts. I'm not going to utilize them. And the Quest deck, that can play a lot of like AoE stuff, but it doesn't need the discounts either, and Zoo can't really touch it. Then again, mana discounts are very powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Dark Alley Pack. Summon a fiend with stats equal to your hand size. It's like Mountain Giant, but better.
Yep. I will go with 4 on this.
Yeah, I'll give
better
it 4
than
as well.
Twilight Drake, better than Mountain Giant, and Demon for Minari Masher.
Demonic Assault, deal 3 damage, summon 2 1/3 Voidwalkers with taunt. I think this is like a 3.
4. I think this goes in every single Warlock deck, aggressive or not, until it rotates.
Okay, I'm giving it a 3. I think it's okay. All right, Shady Bartender, tradable. Give your demons +1/+1. These cards are always hard to use. You have to run all demons. Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
I'm on a 1 for it. Yep.
Antherin, cost 1 if your hand is full. This isn't even that hard to do.
You go in second. You go pass, tap, tap, play this.
Yeah, I'll go 4.
Yeah, 3 for me. But
yeah, you're probably, I'm gonna give it 3. You changed my mind.
Sure.
It's just not like. All right, entitled customer.
It's not always good.
Battle cry equal damage equal to your hand size to all other minions. This is a 4.
Twisting Nether.
Yeah,
like 3 or 4. I could see that. Quest is gonna love this.
All right, wow. Warlock is
Quest
great.
can play a small package. Entitled customer, like bread baker, and then you can raise these things specifically.
My build wasn't even running this card in Quest because you just didn't need it. It was because you're winning the game faster than that, and you have so much. I don't know, but yeah, it's super good in handlock in general, though.
Yep.
So.
Does seem good.